Hey, welcome back, regular viewers. I hope everybody had a happy new year. And this year, for New Year's, I'm going to start the year off with better visibility. That's right, regular viewers. I acquired, which is not going to show up well on here. These are reflective, see the reflectors? Snow stakes for those of you up north. You line your driveway with these every so many feet so that when you go out in your winter wonderland, you know where to shovel, plow, or snow blow, or just drive, so you don't just drive across your lawn or your neighbor's lawn or whatever. These guys right here, we don't have a snow bank to worry about or a snow-filled driveway to worry about, but what we do have is we have a trailer that I can't see backing up when the boat is off of it because it's so low to the ground. So recently on a trip to New England, I picked up these babies right here, which are a lot cheaper up there than any version of these you can buy. Trailer markers or those kind of things that you can purchase online or Tractor Supply or any hardware store that sells that stuff. These things were just a few dollars a pop, and we do have to do a few modifications though to make them fit on our trailer, and that's what today's exciting video is all about. Yay, right? Luckily, in my hardware drawer, I found these babies right here from a recent project where I was working on my fan. That's what it was in our bedroom to change the height of the bowl so that we could change the light fixture in it. Yada yada yada. I'm sure you don't care, but these guys right here are going to be an integral part of this process. So we are going to take this guy here. We are going to affix it onto this, probably through a process of grinding this down a little bit and then gluing on a length of this all thread here, and you'll see how this is going to fit onto the trailer. When we're grinding this though, this is fiberglass, so you definitely want to have gloves and a mask on in a well ventilated area because it's like breathing your death, right? So don't do that. All right, let's get started. All right, regular viewers, so here we are at the back of the boat. Down there is the tail light, and there is this little bracket right here, and if we put this in here, it goes right through, right? No bueno. Okay, so we need this to sit down in there, and this post here, or this rod rather, is going to sit up roughly, I guess I could get a tape measure and tell you exactly, but where's the fun in that? This is going to be about 2 feet above the back of the boat, but probably about 3 feet above the last bunk, or the guide-on bunk right there, which is really going to help us because that's our visibility problem, is there's nothing back there. So we're going to have one of these dogs on either side, and that's really going to help us out. So the way we're going to make this work, this piece of all thread sits down in it, and it has these little set screws that come with your little kit there with some washers. So we're just going to sandwich it in with these dogs right here after we mount this around that right there. So I'm sure there's better, more easy, fun, exciting ways to do this, but this is the garbage I have laying around my shop for free to get this project done, and that's what we're all about here, is quick, dirty, and cheap. And this will check all 3 of those boxes, which means that's what I'm going to do. Okay, borrowing my youngest regular assistant square, we're going to make a mark at 2 inches here. And cut that off. All right, so we got our pieces made here, and we are just going to clean up the threads real quick, just run a dye over it. I don't have cap and dye oil, but I do have Kroil, which is, pretty thin stuff, and apparently it's dangerous. So I love it. 11/16 goes on this guy right here. put a little bit of oil on it and just run it down and back. Nothing super exciting, but that way that we don't have to worry about it destroying our little cheap China-made nut that comes with this kit. Good to go. All right, let's test and see if our thread is worth anything. Beautiful. There you go, unboogered thread. All right, next step, get these mounted on our, whatever those are. The posts, the poles, things, yes, stuff. All right, so we are going to make this piece here fit this piece right over it here, okay? The way we're going to do that is I have the youngest regular assistant, hi, on the drill. We've chucked up our rod, and we're going to come down here, and we'll turn on the grinder while she's turning it, and then we'll move it back and forth, thusly to ensure that we take a nice even layer off of it until it fits. So let's show you how we do that. Okay, turn it, go. Hold it up. Beautiful. Just that easy. Perfect. All right, for this next part, we're gloving up because this is just raw, nasty fiberglass, and you definitely don't want to touch it. Just so you know, we were wearing masks, eyes, while we were, and ears while we were doing that project, part of the project right there. I have these old super glue containers that I need to use up, so we're gonna try and use them on this project right here. Could be that they're so old that the glue that was in it is already dried. Yep, that's the case. Disregard all that. These are garbage. All right, let's try this again with some glue that I know is good to go. This is a lot like my fishing rod video, the one, like the second video we ever did. I got nowhere to put this stuff, and it's like just hanging out in cyberspace. Ugh. It's trying to encapsulate it. That's like way too much super glue, I know, but I'm just trying to encapsulate it in here. So that it doesn't destroy our fingers when we go to work with it later. You know, you think you have everything prepped, and then it all goes to poo when you turn the video on. Oh, that's much nicer. And that should be locked in there pretty well until forever. All right, perfect. Let's do the next one. Should have thought about that the first time. I got a drill press right next to me with a nice vise on it. Okay, so here's the mock-up. Just threaded onto here nicely. It's too bad this hole was already drilled out too big, because it would have been real nice to have threaded it, but you know, oh well. That's what we had to work with for free, like I said, because this little L bracket was already on here. So I just tightened this down. These are both 9/16. Probably don't even need the washer, but made me feel good about myself. I thought these were going to be brass pieces, which would have been nice because they wouldn't have rusted, but when they got near my parts magnet and all stuck to it, unless I magically have a brass magnet that everyone's always looking for, these are definitely steel. So they're going to have to be painted. I was thinking about putting UV resin over top and putting it out in the sun tomorrow. That way it would also act as a like a thread lock. So it's going to be a lot of vibration, you know, as this thing goes down the road, of course. I think that is going to do it. We'll put the one on the other side there. You know, I've seen the ones on the trailers that have the springs on them. Some of them, you know, plow markers will have springs on them, but this is what we got for just a few bucks. I think it's going to do the job nicely. So we're on the starboard side of the boat?
Yes,
you
the
sure?
starboard. I'm positive.
How do you know?
I remember from our.
You remember.
From our.
Yeah.
From our cruise.
From our cruise.
Is that right? That one.
These are, as you can tell, though, those are not nuts per se. They're just thumb screws.
Thumb screws. Interesting.
So.
Are we gonna put a nut over them?
Well, I don't have another one. This is what we left in our little lamp kit there. So hopefully, if I put two of them, they will self-lock. But if not, we got a tool, a pair of vice grips.
Vice grippies.
There's probably more power than we need for this here experience, but okay. And this thread is really soft metal, so that's as tight as we're going to get it. And like I said, we're going to secure it all. That's enough. We're going to secure it all with, we're going to put some UV resin all over this animal here to keep the water out, the rust out, and act as a Loctite. We'll see if that does the trick.
Okay.
So we're going to go out tomorrow, New Year's Day, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, and test this animal out and see how backing up goes when I can see what I'm doing.
Okay.
And that's why we put those on right there, because you can barely see the trailer. Right here you can see it a little bit, but there's the, there it is, there's our trailer marker. And there's the other one right here, but there are points when I'm backing this up that I can't see that trailer at all. So this is definitely going to be a big help. Kind of like that right there. No trailer at all. I can still see my markers though. So now if I go to back up, I can see what I'm doing again. See if we can see in this mirror right here. I can get it to focus. Yep. Just the trailer marker, no trailer visible. Out of focus, but same Z's on this side. There it goes. No trailer, but you can see your trailer markers. Perfect. All right, so our markers performed wonderfully here. They put the UV resin top and bottom on it. Set really nice, so it should protect that metal from rusting. And I was afraid they were going to really whip around in the wind, but they did not, which was really nice. So we did put a extra little bit of reflective tape on there just for the transition so that you could see it a little bit better. So we're going to back up and let the little man right there load the boat on the trailer again, but hopefully it will be a little bit easier for me to back up because I won't lose it when I'm turning in the middle there. Anyway, let's pull out before it gets completely dark. Hey, what are you kids doing?
You stay regular.